Hey everyone, it's Les from Comfortable Shoes Studio. Welcome to another episode of Art Making. In this one, I am testing out a variety of pens in a variety of new sketchbooks. You will note that some of these sketchbooks are spiral bound. That was with a specific purpose. I hate spiral binding, except for when I hope and need to remove pages. I am working on a specific project where I am going to remove the pages from the sketchbooks and scan them. So I am really looking for, I'm only going to work on one side of each page. And then after that, I will be trimming them down so they'll fit through a photocopier for scanning purposes. So basically what I'm doing is all of the pens that I am planning on using in this project or might use in this project, I am pulling out and I'm testing on the page. And I'm seeing how they're responding. I do this with all of my art journals, which is why I'm showing it as part of this. I'm checking to see how the inks respond to the paper, how the paper responds to the inks. So specifically, I am looking to see if there's any spreading of the ink. Does the ink stay in a nice tight line, or does it spread out? Is there any feathering? Am I getting those little areas of ink that go along the fibers of the paper? Am I getting any soak through or show through? How does the pen feel on the page? So this is an Artist Loft sketchbook, spiral bound, made for just general sketching, and it is terrible. The pens all feel pretty crappy on it. It's pretty rough paper, intended, I think, for dry media. Tons of soak through, tons of spread of all of my lines. Was really unhappy with that paper, and it will not work for my particular project. This is a Five Below sketchbook with 3 types of paper in it. A regular sketch paper, and then a mixed media paper. They're all considered mixed media. And then the final stack of paper is a tracing paper. So the first 2 types of paper are really good for this particular project. Ink looks good on it. It sits on top of the surface. It's not as bright white as the Artist Loft. There's a slight gray cast, which I don't know if it's picking up on camera or not. But all of the pens that I am testing work really well on it. They're not spreading. There's no feathering. I believe it does end up being a little bit of soak through on this first stack with the Rohr and Klinger or platinum carbon ink. So I'm planning this project to use non-photo blue ink and pencils, as well as either platinum carbon ink in black or Rohr and Klinger sketch ink, the black Lottie color. And yeah, this paper works really, really well. It is a mixed media paper. Brush pens, fine point pens, bold pens, everything feels really good on it. So that is that first section of 20 pages. And, just it feels like really, really nice paper, which is surprising because it's Five Below. So I ended up with 40 pages of paper that work well with fountain pens. The next stack of paper in the sketchbook is their heavier weight mixed media paper. I did test the tracing paper, and it is as absorbent as toilet paper. I ended up ruining a couple of sheets of it in my testing. So the whole point of this is something that I do in my art journals. This is something I do in my notebooks. I have a page often in the back of my notebook or sketchbook where I test pens and ink combinations. I want to know how a pen is going to respond to the paper at any given time. If is the paper, is it going to be good? Is it going to feel good? Is it going to look good? Am I going to get spread? Am I going to get feathering? Am I going to be annoyed by how the ink looks on the page? So I do this with all of my art journals and sketchbooks. You can always go through and gesso every page of your art journal. I don't like doing that because sometimes I just want to work on raw paper, particularly if I am using fountain pens. I do not use fountain pens on gessoed paper unless I am comfortable ruining them. That will just grind the tip of a fountain pen down to nothing in no time. Um, you can smooth out a fountain pen if you have a really rough fountain pen, but it's not my favorite way of smoothing out a fountain pen. Yeah, just I avoid I avoid the use of fountain pens on gesso because I have ruined a few doing that. So here you can see I'm really going pretty heavy with a Pentel brush pen. And this paper is quite heavy. It's quite cardstock-like. This paper will also work for my project. So pretty happy with that. And yeah, I'm also testing other inks. So like in this case, I'm using it's Emerald. I think it's Emerald of Chivor in a Mahjong or Moonman A2 pen. I'm like I said, I'm not. It's decent paper. And here we go with the test of. I've got the Rohrer and Klinger ink in a really inexpensive fountain pen, and it soaks through really bad. I'm gonna test another pen here, and it just really absorbs everything very intensely. It's toilet paper like, very, yeah. It soaked through like 3 sheets. So I do end up removing a bunch of sheets of this paper. Even the gel pen soaks through. It's quite bad. So yeah, so the whole point of this is just, I'm testing everything. So those are the 2 sketchbooks I picked up to test. And this sketchbook, I am going to use for another project, which will be completely videotaped. And I am testing all of the same pens on this paper. I really quite enjoy these Five Below sketchbooks. They're very inexpensive. Obviously, you get about just under 200 pages of pretty rough, crispy paper with a pretty good surface for dry media. Pens are okay on it. I find it a little rough feeling with a lot of my fountain pens, but I like the roughness of this paper. Yeah, so just testing these pens out. So like I said, I do this in a lot of my sketchbooks just to test things out. All right, so this is just a short one for today. I want to take a minute and thank everyone for being here. I will be putting out another video soon. So thanks for being here. I hope you found this helpful. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with someone. Share it to your socials. It really helps promote the channel and help YouTube encourage me in the algorithm, because right now it's not. YouTube doesn't like me too much. So anyway, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that fun stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. And with that, I thank you for being here, and I will see you hopefully next time. Thanks and bye.